Hello and welcome to Star Wars Theories. Theory 7. Rey is Luke's daughter. The fan favourite, and certainly where the film tries to push you, is believing that Luke is Rey's father. But why would we think that? First, both Luke and Rey grew up on desert planets. Both Luke and Rey had a hard life to survive. Okay, Luke grew up with his step-aunt and uncle, whereas Rey appears to have mainly survived on her own. In Rey's Force vision, she does appear to have been left in the custody of Unkar Plutt, played by Simon Pegg. Rey receives a vision when she touches Luke's lightsaber, the same lightsaber that had previously been owned by Anakin Skywalker. This was lost on Bespin when Luke and Vader fought for the first time. A number of characters are featured in the vision, but Kylo and Luke are quite prominent. Is this link showing that they are actually blood relatives? Rey seems to quickly adopt Force abilities much like Luke did, going from farm boy to Jedi in only a few years, even with intensive training from a Jedi Master. But should that be expected from the child and grandchild of Anakin Skywalker, who had the highest concentration of midi-chlorians, had to mention them, than any other Jedi? Both Han and Leia clearly had an affinity with Rey almost immediately. It seems apparent that Han knew who Rey was. Maz Kanata asked Han, and the scene quickly jumped from the rest of the conversation. Another link is that Luke was able to do mind control tricks. It didn't work for him with Jabba, but it certainly worked with him with his servant, Bib Fortuna. Rey also had this power. One of the most overlooked pieces of evidence to support this comes from the Force Awakens trailer, where Luke says, "The Force is strong in my family. My father had it. I have it. My sister has it. You have that power too." Now it could be that Luke is talking to Kylo Ren, or more appropriately, Ben Solo, when he was Luke's apprentice, but it's heavily hinted that Luke may be talking to Rey, either as her uncle or father. Another piece of evidence to support this theory, again, is that Lor San Tekka, a member of the Church of the Force, who after the Battle of Endor helped Luke recover secret Jedi lore that the Empire had tried to erase, just happened to live on Jakku, near Rey. Oh yes, and with a map to Luke Skywalker, otherwise known as Dad. Is that a coincidence? Or maybe it was a plant by Luke to say to Lor San Tekka to keep an eye on her, and when the time is right, find her and send her to me. When Kylo Ren finds out about Rey for the first time, he has hold of a First Order officer with his arm outstretched. The very next scene flips to Rey fixing the Falcon, standing in a very similar position, reinforcing the image that Rey and Kylo are actually cousins. There are things that disprove this argument as well. Let's face it, this is probably the most predictable reveal ever and a bit of a washout. However, Star Wars has always been about the Skywalkers. J.J. Abrams is quoted as saying that Rey's parents do not appear in The Force Awakens. This is an interesting statement, as he refers to Rey's parents, which means that Luke could be the father of Rey as her parent. It could be a deliberate ploy by J.J. Abrams to misdirect in order to ensure that we would doubt Rey's heritage. One of the biggest reports that suggests that this theory is incorrect now comes from the Radio Times, which reported that a privileged few Disney stakeholders and members of the US press have finally had their chance to see what Luke Skywalker says on screen for the first time since 1983. They were treated to a short teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. As for what he says, it's apparently 3 simple words. Who are you? For those of you who can remember, one of the trailers from The Force Awakens had Maz Kanata asking Rey the same question, and she replies, I'm nobody. Luke asking this question doesn't mean that he is the father, or that he doesn't know the heritage. But if he is the father, then maybe he's not as awesome a Jedi as we like to think. You would expect as a Jedi Master he would be able to recognise his own daughter, or even niece, by searching his feelings the way that he recognised Vader as his own father. But again, maybe another interpretation is that while she may be the daughter of Skywalker, she may have been abducted as a child and he just senses her power with the Force. Or she could be someone new that Luke is being straight with and is asking, who are you? So, that's the end of my episode for Star Wars theories. Over time I've swayed between a number of these theories. For me, right now, the explanation of Rey being a convergence of the Force is certainly becoming the most compelling given the circumstances, and as a result of the private screening of Luke's first words, I find it hard to believe that he would not instantly know his own daughter or niece, which are the two strongest theories out of all of the others. However, the issue of Rey opens more questions. Rather than just who is she and who are her parents, what is more important is why was she left on Jakku, supposedly by her parents, but maybe not? Why was she left in such horrible conditions? Is Rey even her real name? Was it just pure coincidence that a member of the Church of the Force who helped Luke Skywalker re-establish the Jedi Order was on the same planet? Is Rey the last Jedi? And ultimately, will Rey be the new evil in the galaxy? Questions for another time, I think. I'd love to hear about your theories about Star Wars. Maybe you agree with these theories, or maybe you have your own. Please let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click the bell button to be notified when the next videos are released. It will also help the channel get noticed and get more subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/HERJUK, on Twitch at twitch.tv/HERJUK, and my blog herjukblog.wordpress.com. You can also check out some of my other videos on this channel and listen to me on the Cranky Gamers UK podcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.